Bill O'Reilly here, Thursday, May 12, 2022. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. The abortion rights bill fails. President Biden continues to blame high prices on Putin. New York City's unemployment rate, the worst in America. 1 in 3 adults would choose their pet over their spouse. Also ahead, why America is still the best. But first, a pro-abortion bill failing in the Senate. Chuck Schumer introducing the legislation to bolster reproductive rights should the Supreme Court strike down Roe v. Wade. The final vote was 49 to 51 against. Democratic Senator Manchin, the sole Democrat siding with Republicans, said Mr. Manchin, quote, "This bill expands abortion. We should not be dividing the country further than we are already divided," unquote. Joe Biden blaming red-hot inflation on the president of Russia. The consumer price index rising 8.3% in April. Mr. Biden telling reporters in Illinois, quote, "There are 2 leading causes of inflation. The first cause is a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. The second cause is Mr. Putin's war in Ukraine. 60% of inflation is due to price increases on gasoline," says the president. Well, before the invasion, prices of gasoline under Biden had almost doubled. And inflation under Trump, even with the pandemic, 1.4%. The unemployment rate in Gotham rising above 8%, the highest for any major city and double the national average. The rate in Miami, 3%, 4% in Boston, 5% in Chicago. The New York Chamber of Commerce blames the situation on high crime and violence in the subways. Just 50% of employees have returned to the New York workplace since COVID shut down the city 2 years ago. New survey from one poll finds 1/3 of Americans would choose their dog over their spouse. The 31% say losing a pet is worse than the death of a family member. Half of all dog owners take the pooch on daily errands. The average person spends $5,000 a year on the family pet, most of that on food. In a moment, is the USA still a great country? That's next. Supply chain issues have been a catalyst to bring high-tech manufacturing back to the USA. My tech guy, the founder of Brownstone Research, calls it the Great Recalibration and discusses it in his new newsletter, Near Future Report. For 35 years, Jeff Brown has helped his subscribers safely navigate volatile times to preserve and grow wealth. He also answers your most pressing questions like how to protect your retirement from inflation. What are the implications of a new digital currency and the Great Reset? What will the Fed do with interest rates? And what's going to happen in the stock market this year? Brownstone Research has been at the forefront of major market moves for 35 years. Let Jeff help you by signing up for his newsletter today at a 75% discount, a 12-month subscription. Only $49. So please go to jeffbrowntech.com. 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 Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. The other day, I did a live town hall on BillO'Reilly.com. I hope you will check out our website. Well, the folks sent me questions about America and about my new book, Killing the Killers. One of the questions was very personal. Dennis Smith, Rancho Cucamonga, California, Southern California. Bill, what is the greatest benefit, in your opinion, for anyone living in America today? For you personally, what has been America's greatest benefit for you? Opportunity. That's what America's all about. Opportunity. When I was growing up, my father was an accountant, not a CPA. He just worked for Caltex, big oil company. He didn't make any money, broke his back, had to commute to the city every day, drudge job, didn't like it, was
childhood depression, so he's not going to quit the job and find another one. He's not going to do that. So he just toughed it out. My aspiration was be a teacher or be a cop, like my grandfather. Or, I made so much money painting houses as a college kid, maybe I paint houses, make a lot of money. But my aspirations were not to be a leader of the country or a famous journalist or a author who has sold more nonfiction books than anybody else ever. That was inconceivable. Okay? But as my life unfolded, and this is the same for every single American, unless you have an infirmity, which is why I do so much charity work, then you can't. But every American is born with talents. And you let those talents develop, and you work damn hard. I mean, today I started at 7 in the morning, and I'm going to end at 10 at night. But anyway, the opportunity that America allows its citizens, which is why everybody's trying to sneak in here, is unlimited. That you can hit it big in what you want to do. Not everybody will, but there is an opportunity. You have to figure it out. I figured it out fairly early when I went third year abroad to the University of London from Marist College in Poughkeepsie. My third year was abroad. That's when I figured out that education was going to give me a big lift. So I got 2 master's degrees, which I paid for. Boston U at broadcast journalism and Harvard in public administration. So I assembled knowledge, and then I traveled all over the place, 82 countries, as I said. All right, and I learned about the world. And the more I learned and the harder I worked, the more opportunities suddenly appeared. Okay? And so if I were brought up in Ireland, impossible. Unless you're Bono and you form a band and you hit it big and there's one band and a million don't. Great Britain? No way, I would have flunked that test at 16. I wouldn't even been able to go to college. So America has, the cliche is the land of opportunity. It really is.
Well, there you go. America remains the land of opportunity. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by putting it together. If you would like more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. Also, I hope you check out my #1 best-selling book, Killing the Killers. In a moment, something you might not know. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years, interest rates rising, and a recession may loom. Our retirement accounts are in real danger, no doubt about it. If you want to protect your future, please do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They can show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they will have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Plus, tell them O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Wow. So please don't wait. Call them now, 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Today is National Limerick Day. Wow. The holiday is celebrated on May 12th every year to mark the birthday of Edward Lear, the English writer best known for his works of nonsensical poetry. Here is the story behind the Limerick. They normally have the first, second, and final lines of the poem ending with a rhyme, while the third and fourth lines don't have any rhymes. The first recorded limerick dates back to 1640. The poem appeared in the book The Roxburgh Ballads. Here it is. Good morrow, neighbor Gamble. Come, let's you and I go ramble. Last night I was shot through the brains with a pot, and now my stomach doth Wamble. What? Wamble? The humorous poems became very popular among kids and were used throughout the British Isles to educate young students about poetry. The limerick gained notoriety in North America after a famous rhyme was published by the Princeton University newspaper back in 1902. Here is that rhyme. There once was a man from Nantucket who kept all his cash in a bucket. But his daughter named Nan ran away with a man, and as for the bucket, Nantucket. I think they blew it on the last line there. While the limerick is rightly popular, it has lost some of its mojo, but one that has remained popular among children for 2 centuries comes out of the Song for the Nursery book, which first appeared in 1801. You ready? Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. There came a big spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Yes, I will accept that limerick. And here's something else you might not know. To this day, no one really knows why the rhyming format is known as a limerick. Some claim Irish soldiers from the city of Limerick wrote love letters to their wives using that pattern. Back after this.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-925-7584 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-925-7584. That's 800-925-7584. What do you have to lose? Call 800-925-7584. Again, 800-925-7584.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.